You are listening to Gay SA Radio, where you are family. And I'm Rian talking to Rami Kiiskinen, Mr Gay Finland. Rami, how are you today?
Hello, nice to meet you. And I'm very good, actually. I'm very excited. It's very cold outside here in Finland now. Yes, I'm very excited.
Well, tell me a bit about Mr Gay Finland. What was it like taking part in the competition?
Well, it was really exciting. It was last year it was maybe around these times when I applied. And actually, one of my friends asked me that would I like to go there? And then I checked on the internet, and actually it was the last weekend to apply on. And then I was like, okay, well, let's try. And then I wrote the application, and then we got to know who got to the finals. And then we had the show day. Oh, actually, we had the photo shoot before that, so we got to meet each other who were there, and then we had the show which was on the Pride Week here in Helsinki, and it was really exciting, all the guys with us, and it was so much fun, really.
How many contestants were you?
It was 9, really. Yes, 9.
Thinking of Finland, I actually didn't even know gay people existed out there.
Really? There are lots of here.
Now, part of winning Mr. Gay Finland, you mentioned that you wanted to create awareness for minorities within minority. Tell me a bit about that.
Okay, as we have the LGBT community as it is and as a minority, in this minority, we often forget that there are also other minorities such as LGBTQ, deaf, blind, disabled, refugees, asylum seekers, and so on. And to me, I think these people need help and support in their own communities, because really, for example, if you are deaf and you're gay, first of all, you are gay and you need to accept it to yourself. But then as you are a minority, like when you're deaf, really, and you have the obstacles, you have many obstacles in there. And you have the deaf community, you have to prove them who you are or whatever it is. But really, it is very hard to those people to come out and to get on.
You have personal account of deaf people. Your parents are deaf.
Yes, that's correct, yes.
So is this why it's something that's near to your heart as well?
Oh, yes, it is, yes. And yes, my parents are deaf and my mom is Estonian. And so my mom is, it's not a refugee, but moved here. And I do a lot of things with deaf people. We do have meetings, and then I am what is it called? Sign language. Is it Signing Rainbow group here in Finland? And I am I'm volunteering there, and there we get to meet other deaf rainbow people, and we have lots of fun together.
I can imagine. That's, I think, something if people here from us can come and take lessons. I think you should come and give lessons here.
That's great, really, because there are deaf people everywhere around the country, and I believe in their group there are also many gay people. So why not, really? Just come together and have fun. And support.
What other charities do you support?
Well, teenage children who struggle with their own identity, mostly because when I remember when I was young. Well, I am young still, but when I was when I was in the 8th grade and the 7th grade in school, I remember it was very hard to be who you are truly, because I grew up in a small village, and really everyone knew each other, and it was a huge pressure on me. And actually, when I moved to Helsinki, to the capital city, I came out of the closet, and then my life got much better, really. So I want to support these people who are thinking of their self. Can they be their own? And I would say, obviously, yes. And what I would say to myself when I was young, if I would meet me in history, I would tell to myself, be yourself, be true to you, because that's great, and you should be proud of yourself.
You said you are young. How old are you?
I'm 21 and I'm turning 22.
Isn't it a big responsibility to carry such a big title at such a young age?
Well, I have been doing many things in my life, and I think it is not about the age. Age is just a number, but it is what do you have to say and how do you carry your responsibilities, really. I'm also a board member in Finnish Deaf Association, so I have been doing many responsible things in my life, and I'm very glad that I have had these opportunities.
Winning the title, has it made your causes easier for you?
Well, really, I think so, yes, because as Mr. Gay Finland, it is easier to speak to a crowd than as a person without the title, really. And I also volunteer, well, I also do that volunteering thing in the Deaf Rainbow. And I think these things maybe, yes, I think the title really, because as I said, if I come to you as a person without a title or a group, if I'm having a lecture or something, I think people are more receptive if they are really watching or looking at the Mr. Gay person than as would be like another like norm, not the normal, but without a title really.
What are you doing to prepare for Mr. Gay World?
Well, I'm getting prepared for all the challenges, and because I was looking at the website, what challenges we have, so I am always constantly thinking what I should do there and here, and how to prepare, and then I'm going to make some social media campaigns of my own before coming to the South Africa, and having some own campaigns there, and meeting people really, and to ask about what they think about, and asking advices what they would like to see me do in South Africa.
Are you doing special diets or extra training programs or anything like that?
No, really, I haven't even thought about that yet. Maybe I should. No, I don't. I think I don't need any diet, maybe. But I need to go to the hairdresser before I come, and then I need to check my where do I get my old clothes and things like this. I think I'm going to go to the gym.
Is it your first time coming to South Africa?
Absolutely, yes. And I'm so excited. I love Africa. I have always wanted to come to Africa. And the closest I've been to Cyprus, really. And I haven't been on the continent yet in Africa. So I'm so excited. This is like no better place to be, really, to hold the Mr. Gay World, really. It's so exciting.
If you think about South Africa, what pictures come to mind?
Nelson Mandela is the first. And then all the animals, I think. You have rhinos and all these elephants in South Africa, right? Don't you?
Absolutely do. We have lions and leopards.
That's what I thought, and it's so exciting. And all the people and everything, it's so exciting. So I've been just Googling what do you have there, all the images and everything, and the culture, because Africa is such a huge continent. But I think what is a very common thing is the people are very friendly, and I think this is what I imagine, and they have a big family, and they're very open and welcoming. So this is what I expect. So it's very exciting.
You're absolutely on the right track with that. We are very friendly, welcoming people.
Oh yeah, that's very amazing. Very nice.
If you do win Mr. Gay World, how will this change things for you?
Well, it is a way to bring your campaigns and all your ideas to a much larger group of people. And it's really, because it's very important, because now here I can do what I can do is in Finland, really, and maybe the next door countries. But as a Mr. Gay World, it really opens the doors to meet people and learn from them and teach to them, really, and bring your message.
And when you're not taking part in Mr. Gay Worlds and Mr. Gay Finland competitions, what do you do? What work do you do?
I would continue my life here in Finland and maybe thinking other opportunities. I'm a high school student, really. I don't have any daytime job. So in this case, I went back to high school because when I was younger, I quit my school because I didn't care about much school. But now when I grew up, I realized how important it is to go to school. And now I'm doing very good. And this is my last year in school. So I really, if I get to be chosen Mr. Gay World, I would really have lots of time to do the title throughout the year.
So I think this is the first time ever we're going to have a Mr. Gay World entry who's still at school. You're making history.
That's great. Oh my God. But yes, that's very exciting because as we talked before, it is not important. The age is just a number. Many people think I might be very young, but really it's just a number. It is what you have inside your head.
So in the time that you're in South Africa, what's going to happen to your schoolwork? Are you on holiday during that time? Are you going to catch up when you get back?
Well, during the competition, we are having holiday.
Do you have any advice for anybody who would like to take part in a competition like this?
Well, truly, if you have an idea to what do you want to bring up, and it can be a small idea, please then go in the pageant, and you need to believe in yourself, and it doesn't matter if you are deaf or if you in your own opinion you don't look like the most beautiful, or you just need to believe in yourself, really. Last year, no, it was a couple of years ago in Finland, in Mr. Gay Finland pageant, we had a deaf competition delegate, so anyone can really apply.
And then I think lastly, I'm intrigued with the whole Finland thing. What do you do in your free time when it's so cold?
On my free time, I'm meeting my friends. And then on the summertime, really in winter, you can't do anything here in Finland. That's true. Well, I started to learn how to play piano. So that's a nice thing I do inside. And then I knit the woolly socks, And then I do woodwork. We chop the woods and logs because we need to warm up the house. Then I do food. And on the summertime, I grow roses on backyard and do gardening and that kind of things. Yes. And I paint.
What kind of paintings do you do?
Well, abstract, and then many kinds really, what comes to my mind, but with the oil mediums really, and then I write on typing machine, and I'm very old-fashioned in many ways, but as in many ways I'm very modern too, so contemporary.
Wow. Rami, it's been amazing talking to you. It's been an absolute experience, and I think sometime we need to continue our chat about Finland.
Oh, we do.
Absolutely.
Yes, really. And I want to hear about South Africa too. And it is the same time zone. It is so weird. Like it's the same time there and here, but it's snowing outside, really.
Well, today here it's raining, so it's actually we're heading towards winter, so it's getting a bit chilly.
Oh, yes. But it's coming winter there, really, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's becoming winter.
That's so mind-blowing. It's so weird.
But it doesn't get as cold as it gets by you guys. We don't reach minus 30s. When we kind of reach 0 degrees, we kind of going, oh my gosh, it's too cold.
Oh, yeah. Great. But we need to talk later on, really. This has been, yes, this has been great.
You're listening to Gay SA Radio, and I was chatting to Rami, Mr. Gay Finland, and he is taking part in the Mr. Gay World competition in Neisner in May. So if you want to see him, I think you should head that way and go